There we go. Perfect. So now we're recording. So how you doing, by the way?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to be on with you, coach.
Oh man, likewise, man. You're doing big things, man. I'm really proud for you. I really am. So, you mind? I'm gonna get started. I have like 7 questions to ask you.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Okay, so first, Alex, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, born and raised. I'm proud to say that I'm from Louisiana, from the South. As you probably can hear it in my accent, I'm very country, as
Oh
they say,
yeah.
we country here in the South. But just born and raised in Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm excited to be on here with you just to share just some things that I have done here in Shreveport, and just excited to really be able to be a part of being on here with you.
Oh, good, man. So isn't Nelly from where you're from?
Nelly, the rapper?
Yeah.
No, he's not from here.
Oh, who's from there? I know there's a rapper from Shreveport. I know there has to be.
Oh, you got Hurricane Chris, A Bay
Okay.
Bay. Everybody knows if you ever heard of that song, A Bay Bay.
Of
He came from
course.
here out of
Of
Shreveport,
course.
Louisiana.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Good, good. Okay. I knew that. I knew I heard that somewhere. You're like probably the fourth person I spoke to from Louisiana that are into this line of business. So I guess that must be a
Okay.
real fertile ground for this type of business. So anyway, I'm going to go to my next question. What's the name of your business? And tell us
Um, the
about your
name
business.
the name of it's called Hyssop Care Sober Living.
Okay.
Hyssop Care Sober Living, and my business is mainly for male adults that's in recovery, coming out of rehab, and being able to provide housing assistance. And I've been in business going on almost a year now, and it's been amazing. I've been able to help guys that's been coming through there and that is still staying there.
Okay.
And the business is just mainly providing housing assistance.
Okay.
And like I told you before, the name of it is called Hyssop Care Sober Living. And the home that I have for these guys, they have a lot of room in it. I have about three beds and two bathrooms, lots of space for these guys to be in this home. That makes them feel safe and secure.
Okay. Good, good. So tell us the type of clientele that you house. Besides them being men, like what predicaments brought them to your recovery space?
Um, Pretty much just being in recovery. A lot of them have came from rehab places that's been sober from drugs, alcohol.
Mm,
I have majority of the guys that's in there. Some of them is from drugs, some of them is from
okay.
alcohol. And of course, when they do come in the program, they have to be sober for at least 21 to 30 days to get into the home. So a lot of them just come from rehabs that have those type of problems and trying to continue to stay sober. So they come there to my home to be able to stay safe.
Oh man, that's good. That's good. Tell us about your team. Do you have a team?
Well, I'm only myself is my team. I'm the only one that pretty much just putting everything together right now. I'm one man show. I've been doing it all by myself, and like I say, hopefully in the future, as this things grow, I can actually have my own team to take it to another level. But right now, I'm my own staff, and I'm pretty
Okay.
much doing everything right now. I do have a
Wow.
house. I do have a
Hmm.
house manager in the home that pretty much
Okay.
take care of everything, make sure everything go well. So I have one house manager that stays in that home. He actually stays there, so he just keep me updated on things,
Good.
whatever is just in the home.
Good. 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 Okay. Okay. So, what inspired you to get into this line of business? And I'll tell you what inspired me.
What inspired me was just to bring hope to people, man. My whole life has just been all about trying to bring hope in whatever problem or situation it may be. My background is social service, social work.
Oh, okay.
So it just made me want to just get into something that's going to help people and bring hope. And this was something that I have seen, and I say, man, I want to go ahead and tap into it and I just stepped out on faith, and man, and just things just started happening for me. And of course, I got on YouTube and started learning things. I found out about you, coach, and started learning things about how to do this thing.
Yeah.
And from there, man, I just dived right into it, and it just took off. And that's what kind of made me get off into it. I noticed that you didn't have to have a degree, you didn't have to have
Nope.
a license, you didn't have to have a certificate. All you needed was a home,
That's
and
it.
from there,
I tell
it
everyone
took
that
steps from
once you get that real estate, you're good. Once you get that property, that's the biggest hurdle. That's the biggest.
right.
So for me, I think I told you this before. I got into it by accident. I had a rental property I purchased and I was fixing it up. But then I put ad for rooms because my other property, I had a 5-unit. I was renting out each apartment. I said, so let me give rooming a chance. Let me see what I can do with a rooming house. And then the people that started responding to the ad were people that were coming out of recovery. And they asked me, hey, do you rent to recovering addicts? Do you rent for people that are coming out of prison? And I said, wow, I didn't know this demographic was so deep in the Pennsylvania area. So one person put me onto an agency, and from that agency, from there, it was just like they had a myriad of different of people come in of different type of addiction, from alcohol to harder substances. And once I got into it, I just said, I loved it. I loved the challenge of it. I noticed on YouTube, if you look around, does it seem like each person that teaches this stuff has a different approach, or did you hear commonalities in the different
Majority
videos?
majority of it was common. It all has the same purpose, and being able to place these people in a home and being able to provide service. So all of it is the same goal, just about. People have their different methods, but we all aiming towards the same goal.
And look, I tell people all the time, I talk about you a lot of times in my coaching sessions. I'll mention you. I'll say, I have one person that I met that we spoke to. I said, this guy spoke to me maybe like we spoke maybe one time. And I said, within not even 3 months, this guy was off and running. I said, so I've never seen anything like that. You and it's probably one other. Wait, let me try to adjust my screen so there's more, so I don't keep going out of the frame. So I said it's probably you and one other person I know, a young lady that got started and reached success that quickly. That
Right,
quickly.
right,
So
right,
yeah.
right. And like I say, my home is filled up right now. I have 7 beds in the home.
Wow.
I really started off with 6 beds, but I had a room that had a lot of space in it, and I was able to put a third bed in there. And from there, I have 7 beds, and the home is filled up. And right now, I'm looking for another home that has a lot of space where I can do the same thing.
Wow.
Same thing.
Wow. Do you ever think about doing like construction to cut the space in half and split up the rooms for the large room?
No, no, not really. I thought about it. It's just a lot that comes with that. I mainly just want to kind of go in and just look for property that has a lot of space, because once you have a lot of space in that home, you can kind of do what you need to do to bring in the people. So, like I say, I'm on my second one. I'm looking for right now, so I can fill it up just like I did the first one.
But how'd you find the first property?
A lot of it had to do with research, rental property.
Mhm.
My first home is a rental property. It's leased, but it's just being able to just go and just do my research. Here in Louisiana, the cost of living is very low, so that's one of the other
Mm.
reasons I kind of went into it. If the cost of living was high, I probably wouldn't been able to get off into it. But like I say, with this home here, I was able to budget and see how much it costs, and I was able to go in and do what I need to do. So a lot of it had to do with just research, get online, seeing what type of rental property is out there, and from there I found this home that was able to get filled up and do what I need to do for bringing in the guys to stay there.
Great. So I'm sure you'll agree with this. A lot of this business is, I would say it's hard to be someone that's too far away from the property because it's a very hands-on business, especially when you start out. So tell us what your day-to-day is like.
Well, I do have a full-time job. I actually this is what I do now is part-time for my sober living home. So as soon as I get off work, I go straight to the sober living home, check on the guys and make sure they're doing good. Because you definitely want to make sure everybody at home is getting their needs met and they doing okay. So you definitely have to be hands-on. You have to be hands-on just to know what's taking place in that home. I think another thing will help out too as well is putting cameras in the home. I think that's something that will cut back on trying to go there all the time. Knowing what's taking place in the home in case you out of town or doing things, you can put cameras in the home. I think that will help out in doing this type of business. But right now, I like to stay right there up on them every day because I want to make sure that they are doing good in that home, and it
Yeah.
helps out a lot because they know that I really care for them just coming there every day. I don't have to do that, but I still do it.
What do you love most about it?
um, Being able to see those guys that come through there and being able to keep them on track where they can stay sober. Just being able to give hope to these guys. That's what I love about it. And that's my main thing. The other thing is that is rewarding is being
Yes.
able to profit from the business. I like the profit that takes place as well. So you able to see people get their lives changed around, and also you able to profit from the business. So that's what I love most about it.
Great. So I would say my the camera idea is great. I'm not sure if you experienced this yet. Maybe you'll share some of your experiences. But I find that sometimes you have some people that relapse or they still associate with people that are not good for them. So I had a situation last week where one of my tenants called me and said one of the other people in the room brought someone in with a hoodie on and a gun on in the unit and pulled the gun on him, and he had to call the police. So you know, that's one of the things that I would say is the biggest challenge for me is when if you're not there 24/7. But luckily, like you said, installing a camera, I have the camera there. So I actually saw the person with the hoodie go into the unit. So now, sometimes you have to exit someone. Have you ever had to kick someone out of the program, and what was that like?
Well, unfortunately, last week I had to come across something that was my first time ever had to do it. I had one guy come in there. He was sober for about 30 days. He was on meth, and
Mm.
he came in there. He also had a mental issue. He was bipolar, so he came in there, wasn't taking his medication, and he was a threat to all the guys in the home. And
Yes,
one thing that I am real big on is safety in my business.
yes,
I don't care. I
absolutely.
don't care. I don't care if I'm making money, but if there's no safety, I'm not able to make money. So I want to make sure that safety is first in the home. So I called the police and they escorted him back to the rehab immediately. And that is one thing why it's good to have a good house manager in the home that's going to report something that they notice that's not good. The behavior is not right in the home. So it can be rewarding, but also I think what will make your business good is when you bring in the right people that can have good behavior in the home. So that's one thing about this business. You have to make sure that you bring in the right people that's going to make sure that their behavior is right in that home. That way you won't be back and forth, going back and forth to the
Yeah,
house.
yeah. How do you screen for that?
Well, to be honest, my screening is really just taking a chance. Um, there's no way that I can really find out about the person until they actually come in and show themselves. Of course, I let them know about the rules. My screening is going over the rules, and if they break those rules, they gotta go. That's my screening. It's going over the rules because I have rules in the home, and if they break those rules, they have to go.
Great, great. So thank you. So I'm going to ask you one last question. What do you want the world or viewers who watch this video to know most about you, and what's the best advice you can give them to close?
The best advice that I can give whoever may be watching this is being able to go after your vision, your passion that you have in life that God gives you. And when He gives that to you, go for it and step out on faith because just like I did it, you can do it as well.
Yes,
So
absolutely. Step out
those
on
are the
faith.
words. Those are the words that I want to leave with the people and making sure that they put God first and stepping out on faith if they have a heart for people and being able to get in this type of business.
Thank you so much. Now I can say the stepping out on faith, that's something that I'll walk away from this interview with inspired. I really appreciate your time, Alex. Anyway, thank you. Thank you and much success in your
Thank you,
future
Coach.
endeavors. Thank you. Bye.